My lady told me it's her all to do. I paused, took a sip, said I guess we're through. Cause you can bet your sweet glue balloons nothing comes between me and my Mountain Dew. Don't need no water, milk, or beer, just Mountain Dew and I'm seeing clear. My body's built like a dew machine. My urine glows bright neon green. Oh, Mountain Dew, sweet Mountain Dew, I love you like my dad loved booze. There's something special about that drink. It makes my insides neon green. It really helps me out at night. Don't need no torch or fancy light. Just pee into the country sky and light it up like the 4th of July.
Welcome. We're still celebrating. We're still celebrating Dew. Yeah, welcome back.
You still got some left, huh?
No, I don't. I'm just reminiscing now.
You're thinking. That's the thing, is that it's so good you have to drink it as fast as you can, and then once it's gone, it's really gone.
Yeah. I'm okay with having a break. You know, it really did. This is before I heard this AI generated song. I could have sworn my pee was a strange bright color for days after I finished the last one. Even that might not be, that might be a real phenomenon that happens with the Dew. Worth it though.
It just starts making you feel bad as soon as you're done drinking it.
Yeah,
like the second you stop, you're off.
Yeah, it's a good marketing, tactic, because you have to keep drinking it or you're gonna feel real bad.
Yeah, and not like it's like you're not even like getting super drunk or anything. It's just you're just going to feel like shit after finishing one can. We talked about this.
Yeah, we did. We were talking about how neither one of us has anything going on. This is the thing with the seasonal. I mean, I guess it has been a whole week. You'd think something would have happened. No, I've deliberately been avoiding things. I mean, that's most of my life, but I've been trying to avoid things happening to me. I'm dodging things happening left and right. I found a thing I wanted to buy on Craigslist, talked myself out of buying it. Someone asked if I wanted to adopt a cat. I was like, nah, no thanks. So I'm just in my lane over here, chilling.
Yeah, just zero variation in your life at all. Just the same textures, the same sights, the same sounds. Just no new stimuli ever.
Under control. No.
Why would you change what's working?
I'll occasionally just sort of fantasize. I'll be like, what if I just cut out like half an acre of my property and just grew a giant pumpkin? And then I was like, nah, there's probably a lot of work to that I don't realize.
Is it even legal? Having a pumpkin?
In New York, probably not. You probably can't have a pumpkin.
You didn't pay your pumpkin tax. Well, it becomes a residence if it gets large enough. And then you have to.
Yeah, you have to form an LLC for the pumpkin. I was also thinking what if I took 1 acre, which is a lot, but you could take 1 acre, grow corn, and just have all my own, just distill it, so I don't have to make any of my own, or buy any of my own alcohol. And I was imagining again all the red tape just to probably grow, corn, and I was thinking about whatever agency takes care of that after they've flown the helicopter over my house, showing up, and I'm like, they did what? And I call someone and I'm like, you're not gonna believe this. Some motherfucker is planting corn on my property. And I'm like, fellas, listen, I'll do anything I can to help you out so we can find these bastards, okay? Because this is my home. This is where I live.
I feel violated.
It makes me really, it makes me feel violated and unsafe that some piece of shit is planting corn right under my nose in my own.
Some disgusting dirtbag is raising the most beautiful, lush, delicious dent corn you have ever seen in your life.
Here, let's take a look. What variety is this? Is this yellow? I know.
Is this Indian ear?
I know the exact strain.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just take a bite right now to make sure. Oh yeah, that's the distinct sweet, luscious flavor.
Oh, they even put down the perfect 30-70 nitrogen potassium ratio in my own soil. What the fuck, dude? Yeah.
You can't even buy fertilizer without a license. What sicko? what sicko has unregulated fertilizer?
We're dealing with some high ups here. Yeah, we're dealing with professionals.
This goes all the way to the top.
I'm sorry, I can't even trust you fellas. You have to understand.
I'm just imagining you trying to make a still in your basement, and then something's gonna go wrong.
You can't do it inside. Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, you can buy a still. I don't think that's illegal. You're not supposed to use it, but you can buy it. It's probably pretty expensive. You have to make a lot of liquor for it to be where it's gonna take a while, and it's probably a lot harder than it looks. And you probably have to actually read something instead of just watching that documentary about Popcorn Sutton 7 times.
You could do that, but only if you start dressing like an honest to goodness hick. Like you need to start
have to start chewing on big blades of grass. Yeah,
like overalls with one strap not on, and a wife beater, and big oversized boots that you're comping around in.
Just total LARPing, just like completely become like an Appalachian stereotype overnight. Just reinvent myself.
It's not like anybody can take that from you. You look like you belong.
No one can prove that I haven't always been like that. And my actual, but the people, the me people have been used to is actually the mask. And I was actually that was under there the whole time.
Yeah, you have like a sort of autistic like outer persona that you put on. You're really good at faking. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'd back you up. If somebody came to me, I got your back. I have not been fantasizing about doing anything with the property I don't own. Instead, I have been living like a complete loser.
Sometimes you have have a little period of time where it's
I've just been I am going to be doing a commercial later this month where the subject of the commercial is going to be skateboarding. It's going to be people skateboarding in the commercial, so I have to do some skate video, which meant that I had to get comfortable on my board again. So I have literally
you have to be rolling along doing.
Oh yeah, I got to do the full thing.
Can't you just run? Can't you just like walk fast alongside him or something? Yeah.
Well, people would know. They'd immediately know that I'm a fake. I have to be able to skate to show to these people. I have to establish dominance. Yeah. I have to. They have to recognize my skills. So I have spent this entire week, except for one day where I went and shot a wedding. I will get up at about 11 a.m. Cook lunch. Then I will go to the skate park, frying my brain in the near 100-degree heat in full sun for about 3 hours. Then I'll go home, shower, cook like an early dinner, nap, get up, and then watch TV for the rest of the day. and doing jack shit.
That is a great way to get into the sort of skateboard mindset. I think that's perfect.
It's fucking awesome. I totally get it. Because that's really the way that when in the 90s when kids were breaking out as skateboard stars, that was basically just the lifestyle they were living, except they were also partying. So they would just go they'd go out, film for a couple of hours, spend 3 days partying, go back, film for 3 hours, and
eat, sleep, skate. I mean, you're actually doing it.
I had to do all of the laundry I've been putting off this week because I'm going out. I'm wearing 3 outfits a day, because I get up, I go skating. That's completely soaked in sweat. Then I have my clothes for later in the day, and then I get out of that and get into pajamas at the end of the night. And I've had this growing pile of clothes in my room, which is something I never do. I never just let clothes accumulate like that.
Yeah.
And I've been sleeping in the same sheets for what must be close to 2 weeks, which is a really long time for me. I have to fucking do my sheets every week because I got them sleepy probs, So I just did all that laundry today. I still went to the park though, still shredded some gnar. But so when I'm there, there's almost never anybody there. It's usually dead. I'm going during the day at
like a weekday. Yeah.
Yeah. Weekday at 1 o'clock. And the other day when I went, there was a kid with her dad there, and she was trying to do this pump track, which is it's basically this circuit you can go on. You start on one, start, and then you can use your momentum to get all the way around the circuit to the end by just, basically flexing your knees. And I was watching her go, and I went to her dad. I'm like, oh, if she just dips her knees a little bit more, she can really get going, and like she could probably complete the circuit. And he's like, oh, you should tell her that. You should tell her that. So when she gets back, I'm giving her some advice. I'm like, okay, watch me. And I've been killing it all day. I've been flawless all day. And the one time I'm like, I'm going to show this kid how to do it. Of course, I fucking fall on my ass and I bruise my arm and I smack my hand against the ground. And of course, that's what happens.
Yeah.
I try to do something and I look like a doofus immediately, But yeah, it easily could have been a thing where this kid was like, thinks I'm a loser, doesn't want to talk to me anymore. but she's like, oh,
no kid ever thinks an adult is a loser. You don't. No, that's not even possible. Yeah,
but the dad thanked me, and then they left. But that was pretty embarrassing. I tried to do my one good deed for the entire week after being a total loser, and I failed miserably.
I don't know why I had a skateboard as a kid since I lived on a gravel road. Yeah, well, everyone had a skateboard, and you were just like, yeah, this will just like work because you can skate on any surface in Tony Hawk,
Yeah.
Like it'll just just be on dirt,
on homeless people's foreheads.
Yeah. On flesh.
Just ollie. Yeah, just ollie from your sister onto your baby brother.
A tile roof.
Yeah, just crush your dad.
Long grass.
His skull while he's sleeping.
Field of bones.
Happy D says that he has not changed his sheets in a long time. You should change your sheets.
It's too much work.
This is your mental health check of the week. When was the last time you did your sheets? Do your sheets. We're helping people here. You got anything else, bud?
No.
Wow. We're not even on part 3. Just part 2. Where
I have to make some content happen in my life in the next week or so. I don't know. I'll try something really embarrassing or dangerous. I don't know.
I don't think that anybody. I think everybody gets their information about the Olympics secondhand. I don't think
no one's
anybody
watching that shit. No.
Yeah,
because like it used to be people would go places, and that's people haven't watched TV in a long time, but live TV, but people used to go out to bars and stuff. You'd see the Olympics there. Maybe at work they'd have a TV. If you were in school, they probably. I only vaguely remember. I think they'd have TVs around my college. They'd probably have the Olympics on, stuff like that. But yeah, now it's just I would normally be seeing clips of the Olympics on Twitter, but they covered up the volleyball players' butts, so now no one even cares about that anymore.
Wow, these are sad times indeed that we can't even rally around ass.
No.
That was the one unifier we all had. So, yeah, the reason I think everybody gets their news secondhand is it's almost like a big game of telephone where somebody will be at a bar watching an event, and then they'll try to relay what the event was that they were watching. I've had 4 different people explain to me this speed canoeing thing, which I'm doing right now. I'm explaining this speed canoeing event as it was explained to me.
Yes.
Is that it's like white water canoeing. And I was at the bar the other day. My buddy called down. He's like, hey, at 8:30, I just sat down to watch MASH. And he texts me and he's like, oh, you want to go to the bar? This girl's here. There's a girl I was talking to, we met once before or something. Okay. I went. She immediately went home, and then I was just watching Olympics on TV, and I saw a skeet shooting, which was the one event. So when people ask me hey, what events have you seen at the Olympics? I just tell them that I watched skeet shooting, and then I thought it was funny that skeet shooting, you don't have to have any sort of athletic build at all to do that. So it's just you've got just Bubba type motherfuckers from the Midwest doing skeet shooting, and I think that's great, and that's all I've seen. Everything else I've heard has been
you've-
totally secondhand.
You haven't seen the Turkish shooting guy?
Just pictures of him.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Yeah. That's again secondhand. There's no sort of like.
I mean, how would you see it firsthand unless you were there?
I guess you'd be watching it on television. That's close enough. Like watching the actual event.
Spain still had the thickies on display. Yeah, it seems like them.
Yeah, they're a very sort of how do we put this politely?
Bohemian. I don't know.
Yeah, they're very passionate people. The Spaniards.
On the European scale, they're not quite Italy, but they're they're up there.
You don't really want them to be Italy.
Italy's all right.
So yeah, fuck. I mean, I don't even want to talk about the Olympics. Let's just talk about anime, I guess. Let's just do it. I guess we could just put it off, or we could just start going.
We finally had like an actual appropriate amount of pre-show banter, like 20 minutes instead, or actually, I guess like 10, instead of like an hour of rambling about fucking nothing, and then getting into the show.
That nothing that's gold, baby. People need to hear our opinion on Elektra.
I don't like that you're just assuming we're not going to have some golden all-time bits when talking about the shows. I feel like that's a defeatist mentality.
Defeated is exactly how I feel right now.
Not yet. It's only part 2.
It's spot on.
I can't do this.
Nothing done. I don't know if there's a more perfect word to describe it. All right, let's do it.
Okay, the first show is 2.5 Jigen no Ririsa, which means 2.5 dimensional seduction. What? It's a manga adaptation. JC Staff. JC Staff, not as much output, I feel like, as they used to have. And I was like, what the fuck is this going to be? It's cosplay show.
Yes.
So, we both watched this like a week ago. So I said, what is this opening? I don't remember what is going on in the opening, but I was like, it was notable for me in some way. And then my next note is, I hate this. Oh, right. This is because this is a harmful stereotype. This is offensive to me.
Okay. Well, I want to hear your truth.
Well, I mean, like, why can't anyone write a good steel man? It's like this was written. This is the main character is like I don't like 3D girls. I only like 2D girls. Okay, seen it before, because it's me. I've seen it before in the mirror. But why? Like it's like it's written by someone who has been like compelled at gunpoint to write this. It's like there's no. I mean, it's so annoying. Listening to him fucking talk. He just keeps yelling about it, but he doesn't say anything. This is not a character.
Well, the thing is that the second that this guy is presented with this scenario, all of that bullshit goes out the window completely. There is like it's just impossible. No, I'm saying it should in real life.
Oh yes,
it would go out the window instantly.
Absolutely.
There's no guy that could possibly resist this comically perfect situation that he's found himself in.
Well,
no one is that or I guess he's probably technically Volcel. I don't even know.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, but no one is really that serious. If you got a girl that's showing up and immediately wants to get changed into the character that you're in love with,
you could create a guy who is serious about it. That's the thing. Is like you could create a really strongly defended steel man of a character with this mindset, such that you present them with this absurd scenario, and their philosophy still somehow holds up to it, and you could give him some kind of justification or reason for trying to hold out against the pussy being shoved in his face. But his whole fucking shit is so like weak and silly from the get-go that it just doesn't really. There's no tension or conflict happening here. It's just a guy in a room, and then boobs show up.
They really do show up, and it is like
walk right in.
Yeah, it's like 16 minutes of this girl being like, "I want you to suck my tits and fuck my pussy, stupid. I want to dress up like this character you're in love with while smacking my beef."
I happen to I know that you happen to love this one character in particular. I also happen to have a huge thing for dressing up like this character and getting fucked. But and that's the other thing. It's like it's not only like okay, he's the Volcel 2D only guy, but also like as like characterizing them as anime fans where they only like not even one show, but they only like this one character, and the character is in this like really shitty looking like fantasy isekai. It's not even like they're both happen to be really obsessed with like this classic show from the 80s, or some niche thing. It's just like,
generic, absolutely generic character with no sort of like. It's not even like they're in love with the interior, like the internal. It's not even like they're in love with the character's personality. They like her because she's really sexy, and that's all that it is.
I guess that's it. Yeah. And she's fine, but as far as anime girls go, yeah, they have one aspect to both of their personalities, and it's that they like this one girl.
Yeah.
And
it's literally like you gender swapped him. It's like this guy is
yeah. It's it's almost like weird. It's like a trap. It's like some kind of mimic where you're like, wait a second, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's so flimsy. It's so flimsy and nonsensical. It's a flimsy season, boy. It's nothing but flimsy shows. All right. Yeah. I think I don't have much to say about this other than cute girl. Cute girl though. Yeah.
Cute girls.
Cute girl. What the fuck is this? Oh, you got these scenes up here of her at this convention at the adults only section, and like all of these cosplayers are treating her like they're her mother. It's so weird. It's like that's not.
Well, mother. It's like this is how big boob girl. Even though she also has big boobs, but this is like how boss women treat. I guess they're supposed to be older too. But and also it's like this is her memory of it, so maybe it's kind of dramatized. But I guess she is a bit more real. If you watch a lot of VTubers, there are a lot of chicks like this who cosplay and are like sort of like not gay, but they really love anime girls, which I get. I respect it. But this much like a bunch of the shows last week, this show is just kind of blue balls and nothing else. It's instead of what if a girl liked you, this is what if a girl didn't necessarily like you, but she was so autistic that she just got naked a whole lot.
Yeah, she can't really help it. She has no control over herself at all.
My final note on this is good if you want boner.
Hell yeah! I don't want boner right now.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, I didn't want this boner, which is something I said a lot in middle school. Mm-hmm. Let's see, where could this even go? What could this even?
I bet it's more of this every week, and then maybe there'll be more characters.
Other girls that are also like, oh, I love cosplaying as this character.
Yeah, maybe there's more anime characters that they like. Maybe that would be crazy.
That would be nuts.
Let's look at the promo art. Yeah, there's more girls that show up in the club. There's like 4 girls. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that the main character not even on that cover at all. Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck, dude?
Get his fucking lame ass out of here.
I don't want to see him.
No pussy getter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that was a good one.
Oh yeah. How about another harem? Giji Harem. Pseudo harem. Wait, is this the same show? Which show is this? Oh, it's the same one. Oh, this is still the same one. Oh yeah, there's a lot of screenshots because she gets naked many times. There's like 3 different scenes where she gets naked in a different way. They allocated the budget appropriately. There's a lot of and there's that, and there's that, and there's that, and there's that. Yep, and there's that, and there's a little bit of that. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, he does that.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. We're finally to Giji Harem.
Now that we're through that plot, all that plot.
The closest thing I'd have to a waifu is Noriko from Gunbuster. I can't imagine obsessing over a seasonal isekai bimbo. Yeah. I mean, maybe they'll really delve into the lore of that anime within an anime over the course of that show. Wouldn't that be
It
something?
always goes well. It always goes well. Yeah.
Um,
Um,
yes, this one, manga Nomad. You know this one's gonna be good because it's got harem in the title. Um, this is this was initially perplexing. I think by the end of this first episode, I had kind of figured it out. It's a guy and there's a girl, and they're on the first day of school, he invites her to the drama club, and it's basically like I was like trying to figure out like what relationship do they have, because it's like it's like mutual monogatari style teasing slash making references and like self-awareness. Like it's some type of Japanese irony poisoning. But then by the end I was like, okay, I think this is just like Saori Hayami being cute for 24 minutes. I think that's what the show is. But she is very cute, so I guess it's not that bad. I don't know.
the premise is that the girl has a bunch of different personalities that she'll assume.
But like as a bit.
Right.
Like it's not personalities, it's archetypes.
Yeah.
Like
they're riffing.
They're playing out, like scenarios, like, when they first meet, he's like, it's only me in the drama club. We'll have to find more members. And then he goes in and there's a bunch of members, and he was just kidding. And then
Right.
she'll do a tsundere bit, and then they just do tropes. So it's like that.
Bad Japanese radio comedy, which is, I guess, all Japanese radio comedy is bad. So not really anything going on here. Not very funny. Maybe a little cute, but not nothing that really held my
They
attention.
put some good faces on her. Yeah. Mostly this episode just kept me intrigued because I was trying to figure out like, what is this? Like, what do they like? Do they even like each other? She likes him. I figured out.
Yeah, it looks good.
They like each other. Yeah.
Looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really it. It's a pretty simple one. They're goofing.
It feels like a 4 coma.
A little bit. It's not quite that rapid, but yeah, it's not like it's not the most obnoxious, jokes. It's not like very obvious, like set up punchline, move on to the next thing, but yeah, it's slice of life comedy ish.
Fine.
How can autocorrect be this shit? Oh, Gigi Harem. I don't know what you were going for with that one.
Oh, she's brushing her teeth.
She is. She's sitting in bed.
That's important. On top of, hey, this is another mental health advice tip here. On top of doing your sheets, also brush your teeth. Do brush your teeth.
That's neither one of those is mental health related. You should brush your teeth so you don't have to get tooth work done.
That would make me fucking mental, having to deal with my health.
Oh yeah, if I had to go to a doctor occasionally, I think my whole life would fall apart. I can't have obligations like that. What's that?
I love going to the dentist.
Do you?
Getting my fucking teeth drilled and shit.
Ugh.
Just sometimes I'll be a little naughty and I just won't floss for like 3 months and be like, maybe next time I go they'll have to drill my teeth, and then they never do.
Mm-hmm.
Might be because I have a really, really fucking sexy dentist though.
Oh, dentist, looks like you'll have to drill me.
Oh, dentist, do you like the way that my mouth fucking reeks?
Yeah,
do you like the way that my teeth are rotting out of my fucking skull?
You brush, floss, and water pick twice a day. Good lord. I have a water pick. I still don't know the purpose of it. It doesn't do anything. And then if you
bonus floss.
What's that?
Bonus floss.
Yeah, it definitely does not work better than just floss, and it's also painful and more annoying. And if you turn it up high enough to the point where it actually does anything, you make your gums bleed.
We went to a dentist.
What's that?
When did you go to a dentist last?
I believe it was It was 2017 because I had an appointment in 2018 and I was just going to be late, so I just didn't go and I never went again.
I go every single year.
Damn.
I go twice a year. I like the feeling of like when they get in there and do a really deep clean. It feels great. Because I do a good job of taking care of my teeth, but like then you just like how fucking smooth every single surface is. Awesome.
Yeah, I think I heard this once, and it's just from a random guy, so it's probably not true. But I heard that like some people are just are very resistant to like getting, tooth problems and cavities and shit. But they're more likely to get like gum problems, and then some people just have fucking just tooth problems out the wazoo. So maybe I'll have gum problems or something. Maybe I'll have gingivitis. I don't know.
Your gums do be bleeding.
That's true. Yeah, they're sensitive.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my dental genes are garbage. Both of my parents have terrible fucking. I mean, they take care of their teeth, but they just, lost they got cavities like out the fucking ass in the 70s, So they've got nothing, but they got gold teeth and mercury fillings and shit.
Mercury fillings, damn.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay. Hazure Waku no Joutai Ijou Sugiru de Saikyou ni natta ore ga subete o Juurin suru made. Failure frame, : I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low-level spells. Or simply failure frame. Is something funny to you? Do you find it humorous?
No, go on, please.
It's a light novel adaptation.
I annihilated everything.
by 7 arcs. We are sort of like Chuni maxing, like this is this one really goes for it. Like some of these shows, this everything in this has been done before, but this one really I feel like is committed all the way down to the title, annihilating everything. I'm sure if I fixed my snoring, it would fix what small problems I had with my dental health. What? Is snoring related to dental health in some way? I feel like snoring would be good for dental health because you're like breathing through your mouth and that gets oxygen in there, which prevents like anaerobic bacteria. I thought anaerobic bacteria, those cause bad breath. I don't know if it causes cavities.
Just chew a bunch of xylitol gum every day.
Maybe, yeah. Do you have cavity problems ongoing? Because you could do that. They have that probiotic that you take once and it just permanently replaces your mouth biome.
What the fuck?
It replaces. What? Yeah, it's a genetically modified bacteria that replaces the ones currently in your mouth that produce lactic acid, which like rots out your teeth, and they just produce alcohol instead.
What is this bullshit you're talking about? What is this?
It's true. It's real. No, it works.
What is this?
It's what's it even called?
What is it? Would it be mouth biome replacement? What?
Yeah.
Replacement probiotic, maybe.
They it was like recently it was like in like the testing phase where like they were only selling it to like oil barons in El Salvador with Bitcoin.
Right.
Where I think Google is suppressing it. I don't think you're supposed to read about this.
Oh, yeah, this reminded me. I want to talk about Ozempic.
Yeah.
We got to stop creating any kind of stigma around going on Ozempic. Get everybody on that shit. Oh, did your cat knock something over?
Oh, I think the screw fell out of my chair. It's fine though.
We should get every fucking motherfucker on the planet on Ozempic because, goddamn, could you think about how much larger the dating population would be if all the ladies that were really fat became skinny out of nowhere? That would really fucking broaden my options dramatically. So let's stop doing this thing where it's like, oh, she only lost all the weight because she's on Ozempic. Yes, she did. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank goodness she fucking did. Really.
Yeah, it's well, everyone has everyone's always their go-to is always just like it'll cause cancer, but like I'm more concerned about like because you know that people on Ozempic like they lose kind of like you lose all like cravings, right? So
Right.
people stop smoking, they stop doing any drugs, they stop like they probably stop having sex. So like I'm concerned about like losing all of people losing all of their drive, like what little drive they have in their lives, you know? Like yeah, it's cool if you're not fat anymore, but yeah,
Do you have to remain on Ozempic in the long term? Or are you
if you
able
want
to
to
like
keep
get
not
off
being
it?
hungry.
Well, yeah, but just fluctuate. Just go back and forth between having periods of extreme binging and not eating anything at all. Just do that, balloon up, and then pop back down and balloon up again, and nothing bad can happen from that, right?
I mean, hey, who knows?
Just
Oh, it's
have, just
called.
have.
Let's just have what?
No, help me out. Help me out. Let's get my teeth fixed up.
Oh, Lantern Bioworks. So this is yeah, it's a genetically modified bacterium that infects your mouth, outcompetes all the tooth decay causing bacteria, and doesn't cause tooth decay itself. Yeah. So
Interesting. I will have to look into this. My teeth, since I've like really, 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 really been paying attention to my teeth, it's been fine.
oh, is it called Lumina now? Lumina probiotic? Lumina. You can pre-order it. Okay.
But yeah, it's just my soapbox. Just please stop
Stop
shaming
counter
people for
signaling
not wanting to be
Ozempic.
fat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like for like really like just let them not be fat anymore. For my own selfish reasons, not for any benefit for them, of course. But just so I don't have to see them.
Yeah, the economy needs everyone to be hot. We could really use that boost.
We were
Go
if you
outside
like.
and stuff.
I saw like a thumbnail on Twitter that was like it was an article about how like we took a cross section of Wisconsin voters to see how they feel about the election, and it was like just 4 out of 5 of them were fat. Like not even just like a little bit like pudgy, like fucking morbidly obese.
Oh yeah, dude. Midwest,
It's like
Midwest. It's fat zone.
yeah, and like that's not right for them either because they can't obviously they can't control it. So fucking like so just let them take control of their lives through medication.
Just give them the craziest looking molecule of all time. I remember.
Fuck it, yeah,
that molecule.
jack it up.
Xylitol gum fucked Churro shit up. Apparently he's a dog because it poisoned him. Had a bunch of puke.
That will happen. Some people will
realized.
puke. I've heard people getting diarrhea.
Yeah, it's like kind of a like the sugar alcohols in gum is like laxatives or whatever, isn't it?
Can I take laxatives while I'm fasting? Can I just get it all out of me? Can I just get it all out?
I don't see why not. I mean, I'm not your mom. Well, you know.
So this show, Failure Frame, I became the strongest and annihilated everything with low-level spells. I became the strongest and annihilated everything is like text that would go in a Shadow the Hedgehog speech bubble on somebody's like fan art, Like
yeah,
this is the baseline.
That's Gohan talking to Cell before he kills him. Did I say it was 7 arcs? Yeah, we have 2 like sort of opening scenes, like a short flashback and then a current day one, and they are both some of the most, let's say, overt bad fictional bullying I've ever seen. Like it's a flashback to the main character as a kid, and his like stepdad or whatever is like kicking him on the floor, like, stop eating, you stupid kid. He wants him to be on Ozempic. He was doing
this
you.
Yeah.
This is you. That's what you want to do to women. That's the other thing. As someone else pointed out, that's like, when Ozempic becomes widespread, you're gonna have millions of ladies with the self-esteem of a big fat bitch walking around all hot. It's gonna be I mean, the pussy market is going to crash hard. It's going to be crazy.
Supply demand, son.
I know. Yeah.
So the opening scene is this domestic abuse scenario where it seems like this guy's just beating the shit out of him for sport.
Yeah,
Like this is like domestic abuse.
That's how parent abuse works in anime. It's just like, I hate you for being a kid. Fuck you, idiot.
Yeah, just like a middle class home where you have just like
Just
you
like the same
having a
apartment
child.
they all live in. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just moodier lighting. That's all. It's the same apartment with moodier lighting. No other signs of like dysfunction in the household at all. Just a normal middle class dad kicking the living shit out of this kid for no reason. Not like he's off his rocker again on the bottle. You know, he's been knocking him back, or he's frustrated because his work life sucks. It's just he's just kicking the shit out of him for sport. It's crazy. And then we've got the worst kids ever. This is the worst.
Yes,
kids
we have
that
a
would
school
never
bus
be allowed to exist.
full of you know, like a prep school that only, you know, that only has like the results of hundreds of years of eugenics. They're like these crazy. They all look, you know, way older than they are. They're all immaculately dressed. They're all like sparkling. Very fashionable kids. Yeah, this guy should be the MC. That's what I would. Yeah, exactly.
The real abuse is sending this kid to this school. What are you thinking?
I know.
What are you thinking sending this loser to this academy for only psychopaths?
Yeah, they refer to him as like the heir, because he's the heir in the room or whatever Japanese idiom. And then they get teleported. I had to go back and rewatch this because I was like, how'd they get here? The whole bus just teleports into this, you know, fantasy cave dungeon or whatever, and then they meet a booby magic lady with she's like a booby magic lady, but she has these like very droopy moe eyes. I like it, actually. I'm going to say I became the strongest and annihilated everything once I've worked my way through the hundreds of shitty dubbed isekai on a YouTube playlist that I put on at work. Yeah, you have to stroll in and tell your boss that. I like this lady's design.
Oh, how she's got this kind of like ethereal. It's not even like a robe. It's like, what is this sort of sash thing going on?
Yeah, it's I don't even know it. It's like a logo. It's a fucking
yeah, it looks like
it's like a VCR company logo from the 90s over her boobs.
It looks like the Saban logo. I'm starting to get like at least the curved portion on the right side. Yeah, even the goddess is a dick. What's a dick? You guy can't catch a fucking break.
Like, you know, everyone gets transported here. This show really has like everything. They have CG dogs to fight, you know, for isekais. They have the magical judging crystal ball that gauges your magical ability. Everyone's cracking it and exploding it, you know. And then, oh my gosh, our main character is the weakest of them all. Holy crap. Wow. And now that he's the weakest, everyone just hates him. Or, you know, they hate him even more. So they all just send him to be killed.
A normal thing to do.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's not enough that we already don't like you. We wanted you to go away.
I was trying to remember. Yeah, if this is the same as Ari Furuta. I couldn't really remember the premise of Ari Furuta, but that was also like a very like dark, like I'm gonna be the strongest chuuni show. So yes, it's very much in that vein. Again, at least they really go like whole hog. They're really committed to it. You know, like he's being teleported. He's like, I'll be back, you motherfuckers. Like it's really animated by a resentful hatred that I at least, you know, understand.
Totally legitimate. I'm gonna come back for you, motherfuckers. You know, or you're like, it's like, off. It's like if there's any chance that I can kill any of you guys, I'm gonna do it. You know, like which.
At least he's not gonna kill him though. So that's,
I know.
There's also some gals in here, some gadus.
It's an entire classroom of people that are all A and S rank.
Yeah, they're all different kinds of evil. Like one of them is a kid that he like helped from bullying one time, and like, is it a boy or a girl? I can't even remember. But like they also hate him because he's weak.
Just like real life. Like real life.
yeah, you can't trust no one out here. But yeah, it's really it is really dedicated to being angry at the world. So at least there's that, but it's not good. And then there's naked elves at the end.
I feel like we don't see this much anymore. I feel like we haven't seen one of these in a hot minute where everyone's a giant piece of shit to the main character. Yeah, this is a genre,
but yeah, this is the first this season where it's everyone in my class is the most evil person ever show.
And, at least they can all unite around one thing, which is hating the main character.
Yeah,
for whatever reason,
not saving the world or whatever they have to do, defeating the demon lord. They all just hate this one guy.
They all hate this one guy.
Stinks. He has poison.
And they also don't hate each other for some reason. Like they
even
don't.
The bully, like the bully and the other, the kid
he's
bullying. Everyone's just kind of like, yeah, whatever.
It's just this one guy. They all hate this one dude. Because these people wouldn't trust each other. Like if they're all like elite, elites at this school, I'm sure they're constantly thinking about backstabbing each other, but we don't see any of that. It is just they're flying in formation.
No,
when
people see a strong horse and a weak horse, they will root for the strong horse. That's a quote from an elder statesman
Naruto
from a while back. Yeah, it's from Naruto. It's from a guy who probably watched Naruto. He had a lot of downtime. Yes. So yeah, this is an anger show, revenge, whatever. It's at least it feels genuine, but nah. No.
Yeah. At least it gets to the point kind of quickly. At least it's not like we have to see like a puppy get murdered in front of him or something.
Yeah.
We don't have to go through this whole thing where like something started to get kind of good in his life and then it all comes crashing down. No, it's like, no, his life is bullshit and he's going to start becoming a badass to get revenge or whatever the hell.
Whatever the hell. Next.
All right.
Ore wa subete wo. Why did so many of these have words in brackets in the title? Ore wa subete o Parry suru. Gyaku Kanchigai no Sekai Saikyou wa Boukensha ni Naritai. I parry everything. What do you mean I'm the strongest? I'm not even an adventure. I'm not a rapper. I'm not even an adventure. Leave me alone. The show should be called Leave Me the Fuck Alone. I don't even know what's going on. Light novel, OLM. We get a little tease here at the beginning. Our main character, he's like, a huge cow. And then we have to go back through his entire life. So, that's, that's supposed to be the hook that gets you in, is he sees a big cow. And then the opening plays, and the opening is animated really well, and you're like, what? That's weird. I didn't expect that to happen. But he grows. He's raised in this little simple cabin. He has the weak dying anime mom, who's weak and then dies. So she's now a dead anime mom. So he decides to become an adventurer, but he sucks at everything. So he spends 14 years parrying in the woods. Now he's an F rank. It's everything. It's like, what have we not done yet that we've based a fantasy series on? Okay, how about one guy was literally just playing Elden Ring, and he was like, what about a guy who parries everything? We've already had, what about a guy who just drinks a bunch of potions? What about a guy who just crafts things? What about a guy?
Shield? What if a guy
only had a shield? What if a girl only had really high health or whatever? Like, yes.
What if a guy was a vending machine?
What if a guy was one of the vending machines? Yeah, well, you play as a character who uses a vending machine. What if you were the vending machine? What if you were the ground? What if you were a fork in the tavern? What if you were the gun? Yes. What if you were the inn? What if you were the tavern? What if you were the chimney? They're gonna do it. They're gonna do it at some point. It's inevitable. It has to happen. What if what if I was the sword? What if I was the sheath? Ew. Yeah. Endless.
You are, baby. To me, you are.
Endless don't. No. Yeah. So he parries. That's the thing. Is he parries? He's good.
What do you think? What do you think he's gonna? Yeah. What do you think that does for him? Do you think that him being really good at parrying is somehow gonna break the magic system of this world?
I bet he's gonna be really good at it. And he's gonna beat a bunch of stuff.
In these shows, it's like they treat it as though nobody has ever, like, practiced a skill for a long time.
That's the thing. Yeah, it's like, oh, you did one thing for 14 years. Yeah, so was everybody fucking else in this like
yeah, they've just done valuable
in
things.
this agrarian RPG society. Like, yes, I bet people have been training and doing a lot of shit for a long time. Like, yeah, you're not going to become the best at anything just by doing it for 14 years. You have to be a genetic fucking freak. You have to be Asian.
So true.
As a Dark Souls fan, I kind of want to watch this and trick myself into thinking we will get an adaptation of the Elden Ring. What's that word? It always blocks the most important word. Oh, the manga.
Which is that's like a Japanese comic book.
The Elden Ring manga, isn't that Berserk? Ayo. It is comedy? Oh, no shit. Huh.
Yeah, so it's one of these. It is one of these. He spends
does a bunch of chores.
Just saying it out loud. Spending 14 years living as a like an agrarian farmer. You know.
I mean, like, yeah. How did he eat? Wasn't he just in the woods? I don't know.
No, he went back to his home. He went back and just became a farmer again, and then in his free time spent all of it parrying.
All right.
How is he parrying these things anyway?
Yeah, they're just he hangs a bunch of swords by trees and then he parries them. I don't know.
This is this weird sort of blending of like
it's game
this
logic.
This is a true fantasy. Yeah, this is like an actual fantasy world. It's not like it's not an isekai. It's not a video game world. Like, but he still has video game which is really I hate this. I hate the injection of like video game mechanics into a fantasy world,
but not actually
because it's
a video
so
game.
unnecessary. It's so needless, you know. Like why does it need these trappings? I don't know.
How many RPGs are people even playing anymore that they relate to this?
No one.
Do people play?
Nobody
do
plays
people play anything
RPGs
besides like Gacha and like Elden Ring? Like what video games are
Gacha,
people
Elden
playing?
Ring, and Call of Duty. It's like you can play Call of
but
Duty.
like in Japan, like what the fuck video games are people playing besides Blue Archive?
No, they're playing pachinko. They're rotting their brains out to the Evangelion pachinko.
Oh, Final
machine.
Fantasy. That's true. That might be fueling a lot of this. We might have to destroy Final Fantasy. We might have to get rid of that. We can't have any more RPGs. They're ruining anime. There's too much bleed over.
But they get done playing Final Fantasy, and they're like, we really need another fantasy anime. I really need to spend more of my time consuming fantasy.
I need to feel like I need to watch a guy level up. Yeah.
Yeah, now that I'm done leveling up, it's time to unwind before bed by watching a guy level up.
I've spent all day on bad screen. Now I need to look at good screen. Yeah, so that's that show.
It would be like, I guess it literally would be like you get done playing Call of Duty and then you watch
Band of Brothers.
Yeah, you watch Band of, which I did recently.
Yeah.
This is exactly what I have done. Never mind. I owe them an apology. Yeah, it makes sense.
You're part of the problem.
I'm a hypocrite.
Even with Final Fantasy, I'm convinced there are more people watching anime with traditional RPG elements than playing actual RPGs. Oh yeah, for sure.
People spend more time watching people play video games now than they do playing video games. Everyone's just watching somebody else play games.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even. It's probably not even close anymore, right? Like.
Yeah, I've heard stories about the shit that like the 10-year-olds are watching, and everyone's like, oh, everyone's always watched garbage, but it's like, no, they'll watch like a 7-hour-long YouTube video that is like a guy role-playing his character in Minecraft, like explaining like something he did in Minecraft, but it's not like things he's actually done in Minecraft. It's just like a fake story where he's like traveling to different towns and trying to find a guy to like compete in a tournament, and it's just like first person, but there's like no narrative, and it's just endless just talking about nothing. It's just, and everyone's just like, oh, but people used to watch cartoons, and it's like, no, dude, no, those kids
do we need to seriously compare the media that people were consuming and how media has gotten dumbed down? Like, is it really a discussion anymore that media's gotten super?
I want to do this. It must be so easy. It would be so easy to find like some interview in any context with like a teenager from like 1950, and they're gonna be so fucking eloquent, and like it's gonna be like watching a 40-year-old man talk. They're gonna be smoking a cigarette and just being like, well, I went down to the they're gonna be perfectly like well adjusted, and yeah, no, it's not even close.
Compare used to speak versus how I speak now. Like my own language has gotten worse, and I read.
Yeah. No, I
like,
can't think for shit. My
yeah,
brain's
no,
broken by your
are
crazy
we,
Twitter words.
are we pretending that we haven't gotten dumber? It's like, yeah, we're better at engaging with technology. Amazing, incredible that these things that are designed specifically to be engaged with as little interference as possible are easy for people to engage with. Unbelievable, I know. Yeah, no, yeah, media's gotten so much worse. It's just true. It's just factual.
Oh yeah.
Like even just look at like the amount of good material that was being made, decades ago versus like what's the best stuff being made, right? Like if you go back and look at 80s were considered a down period for film. People looked at the 80s as being like, okay, the death of the auteur was in the 70s, and then the 80s was pop culture junk pablum, basically.
Yeah.
And then the 90s
we watched it again. I'm going to keep harping on this. We watched a shitty bottom of the barrel, like $1 DVD movie from 2005, and it was way better than at least Madam Web and probably some of the other movies. It was better than Miami Vice.
Yeah, right. It's like embarrassing. Like looking at the movies that got snubbed for Academy Awards is so funny because it means that like that movie that is that good didn't even get appreciated because there were so many other good movies coming out. I know movies like but that's common entertainment, right? Like that's the common medium that basically anybody who speaks the language can watch. It doesn't require you to sit down and read a book or whatever. It just requires 2 hours of your fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, whatever. Fucking,
yeah. You can just watch like a low budget what's it called? Free domain or public domain movie from like 1946, and they're surprisingly charming and good. Like, yeah, they do have a leg up on a significant amount of stuff being made now.
I watched The Last Emperor last night, the Bertolucci movie, and I was trying to imagine how a modern audience would react to such a movie. Like how would a modern audience react to a 3-hour long character study? It's like where it's a movie made by an Italian about China. It's about Chinese internal politics. And this guy who was raised in the complete shelter of the Forbidden City and then is forced out after the Cultural Revolution. Like it's like what you couldn't get anybody to sit through that shit. It would never happen. Do people even talk about that movie anymore? Like who even knows?
I'm thinking about starting a movie night with my roommates so we can watch the thousands of actually good culturally relevant movies that none of us watch. Yeah. Yeah,
do it. Great.
When I was in Nebraska, our friend's friend that he brought, we called them extra fun. Remember?
Yeah.
He was asking me for a lot of movie recommendations. I don't know. I guess maybe Tim told him that I watch movies or something. I don't know why, but I was like, wait, shit, what movies have I watched? I could only come up with a few. I was like, what movies are good? I think that you too. The first thing I always think of is Altered States.
Of course.
That's just like it's high concept. It's weird. It's cool. It's interesting. It's it has a flashy, exciting obscure climax. Yeah.
It's a great recommendation. Okay, I have like 100% success rate on showing people Altered States. Nobody comes out on the other side of Altered States being like, that was boring. Yeah, it's gonna go crazy places. Yeah, that's a good one. I've been recommending Sorcerer a lot. I think Sorcerer is a good watch because it's got the sick. That movie is the best explosion in a movie inside the first 15 minutes.
That's
and then
wild. Yeah.
The rest of the movie is just like gripping the seat, hoping this fucking car doesn't explode. Those are pretty easy recommendations too. I think those movies are digestible. Fucking Holy Mountain. Holy Mountain's the best movie ever.
I don't know if I could. I mean, yes, it is, but I don't know if I could recommend someone Holy Mountain. You know, it's like you have to. There's yeah, that could go either way with someone. You know.
I don't know. I think it's at least visually stimulating enough to where people are going to be, get invested in it. It's like extremely psychedelic Mexican version of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's like just
maybe. I mean, I feel like 90% of normal people switch on the Holy Mountain, they're gonna immediately be like, "What the fuck is this?" and turn it off. You know.
Yeah. Well, they're lost. At least give them a chance because it is just the best movie fucking ever. It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now let's talk about something gross. Ew.
Yeah.
Senpai wa Otokonoko. That's Japanese for senpai is an Otokonoko.
I have never heard this expression.
I still don't know the word. I don't know what the word Otokonoko means because it's in some context it just means guy. Like, but sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I don't understand this word. But manga project number 9. I said I've decided I'll 1.5 times speed this when something gay happens. Happened pretty fast. Yeah, it's a guy and he does this thing. Why does he do the thing? I don't understand. I don't get it. Although it did throw me for a loop when it's a hetero. It's a girl and cross-dressing boy romance. That's unusual. I don't know what's going on with that. Is Otokonoko just femboy?
Male daughter or male girl.
Yeah,
male girl is that.
The one thing that always throws me off is I remember this is a deep cut, but in the Hidamari sketch 365 opening lyrics, they say something about being Otokonoko, and I was like, what did they mean by this? Anyways, whatever. He dresses like a girl, and this other girl likes him, and then she finds out that she didn't know that he's a dude, even though she can clearly hear his voice. It's like, man, come on. You can hear it.
She's young and naive.
You can always hear it. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, there's also a boy that likes him too. They're like a childhood best friend character that likes him as well.
Yes, there's an angry gay guy.
He's like protective of his gay boyfriend.
Mm-hmm,
they're gay childhood boyfriends.
Yeah, and it's that. It's gags, it's goofs.
It's actually not really that many gags. I guess the gags are like the girl freaks out about, like, I love the fact that you dress like a girl.
Yeah,
you know,
like, I touched your handkerchief.
Yeah, it's really, really banking on you being invested in the concept of a guy dressing like a girl and then having a girl fall in love with him or be interested in him. Because it's kind of like the way that like a girl will, I don't know, this is like a thing where you have girls who aren't necessarily like in romantic love with another girl but admire them a lot and want to be like them. But in this case, it's that, but for a boy, so it opens up like this romantic thing. It's just kind of boring.
Yeah, it's not even like a fetish thing. It's trying to be like a slice of life comedy drama. You know, it's trying to be like, it's, you know, this he has inner conflict because his mom didn't let him touch pink things, so now he has to wear a wig and a skirt or whatever.
Just let your kids touch the pink things. I touched the pink things. I got dressed up like a girl.
Well,
they put makeup on me, put nail polish on me. I trotted around like a little fucking tart.
And now that's why you're straight as fuck.
Exactly.
That's why you're.
Yeah, I had to try it out. I had to try to be like, fuck this shit.
I don't like it.
Give me pussy. Give me. I want. Now that I'm done playing, I know that I played Pretty Princess with my sister and her friends for 8 straight hours, but now I'm straight.
Yeah, I mean, look, I enjoyed the Easy Bake Oven, and Barbie Horse Adventures did have good atmosphere as a game It was a nice,
It
tranquil.
really does.
It had good lighting and nice music. You know, it was very peaceful, strolling around collecting apples. That's fine. It was men who tamed horses. Okay, it wasn't fucking women who did it. There's
It was
a reason for
men
that.
who tamed horses and braided their hair and made them look really
yeah,
pretty.
shampooed them and made their
Yeah,
coats
they
nice and
brushed
shiny
them.
and made them trot all nice and fancy. And
Yeah. It's men who slept on the chest of their horses every night, listening to the slow whinnying of their sleeping beast friend.
yeah.
That's man shit.
It was men who jerked off those horses to collect the perfect semen to breed the next generation of fox chasing.
There is nothing manlier than working the balls as you jerk off your horse.
Yeah, as
you jerk off the stud.
We developed the perfect techniques to make a horse come as fast as possible. So don't take the horses away from us, okay? Horses are straight and masculine. I have a friend who takes every single asinine moment of girls having non-romantic admiration towards each other as Yuri. It kind of drives me insane. That's the Yuri goggles. Yeah, that's the Yuri people. They do that. I work balls and I'm proud. Okay, yes, that's yeah.
I don't really care. I was just bored. I think you can make this show and make it funny. It's not focused on being funny. It's not focused on being dramatic. It's just unfocused.
Yeah, it was like, who is this for? Because it's like okay, like anyone into femboys is a dude and they're gay, but he's with a girl in the show. Westerners want him to be trans, but he's not. So it's like, this is for no one.
I think people who are into either of those things can impart enough onto this.
He does have a gay friend. Maybe there's like enough for them.
Maybe they're shooting for perfect median. Yeah, they just want to split the difference if they can and have it both ways, like he is, like the main character is. Yeah. Just kind of not sure. It doesn't do it. It's also not horny.
It's like, well, he's supposed to be like a serious character where he's like, when he puts his wig away during the day and goes home because his parents can't see, and he's like, he's putting away his real self. But like in real life, guys who do this are just perverts who jerk off in public.
See him doing any of that. We don't see the home life at all. We don't see him going home and being like living under
just like normal. That's why.
We don't see him going home being like, oh man, I wish I could be dressed up in my lady's clothes right now. They're like, we don't get that.
No, he just goes home and cooks. He cooks, he bakes.
Cooks, gets home. Goes home to his dad. His dad whose job is jerking off horses. And he's like, son, I'm glad that you're a masculine man like me who understands what it means to have a beautiful, beautiful stud to collect their seed. Doesn't have. How do you even pull this off? How does
what do you mean?
How does this guy even pull off getting like a girl's outfit? And like, there's nobody at school.
Oh yeah, he got a uniform somehow. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like he got a uniform. The
he probably killed a girl. He's probably a fucking serial killer.
The teacher doesn't care. Acknowledges that it's a boy. Lets him dress like a girl. It feels like I want these to be clarified.
I know you could pull this off here. I don't know that. Like, I don't know about in Japan. Like, they probably can't stop you from doing that over there. I don't know.
I get.
At this point.
Like, I don't know what. I don't get it. Maybe just crank either the humor meter or the horny meter. Do one or the other, and we'll see if we can get this thing working. Because right now it's just not working. Some
knob needs to get cranked. I don't know which one. All right, let's be mature. Come on. Don't laugh at that. It's disgusting. By the way, I started watching original Kinnikuman. It's the new Kinnikuman show. Kinnikuman Perfect Origin Arc. That's a kick-ass OP by Flow. I humbly request you watch the opening.
I do love my Flow. They were playing near me. I almost.
What? Flow was in the U.S.?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Hold on.
Hot damn.
North America, yeah.
Have you seen the footage of what fucking band was it? It was some like popular Japanese band.
Yo, hold on. This is on the website. Songs guaranteed to perform. Go, sign, and remember from Naruto. Colors from Code Geass. Eureka 7 Days. It's like this, like, motherfucker, they're gonna play it. They're gonna play it. Don't worry. Sorry, go ahead.
There was I forget which band it was. Oh, it was Larkin Cell. It was Larkin Cell, and they were in Maryland, and the guy's trying to do crowd banter, and he's like, because he read up on Maryland or Baltimore or whatever, he was like, "Do you eat crab?" And everyone's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I eat the crab," and everyone's like, "Yeah." It's fucking awesome.
Yo, they're playing Austin. I'm available this day. I should go.
Who's playing Austin?
Flo's playing Austin.
Oh, dude, you have to go. That'd be awesome.
General admission floor seats for floor tickets for $50. Yeah, I think that's a yes.
Oh yes.
Oh fuck yes, dude. It's literally called Anime Shibari Tour. Oh man, yeah. Well, I'm gonna get tickets for this. They're playing Toronto too. All right.
Oh yeah. I haven't been to Canada in a while. I could check it out, make sure it still sucks.
Toronto, the cultural episode.
Like the way they would draw a black guy in anime in the 70s, but they just made him white. Like he has the crazy, the crazy lips.
Almost the Homer Simpson looking sort of like 5 o'clock shadow lip.
Make no money for this podcast because we're gonna get demonetized. My whole month. It has been a rough month in the markets, buddy. Let me tell you. God damn, my life is so boring now. It's been bad. Oh well, everything. I was down like $500. I was like, well, time to buy more. I guess that's what that means.
Have you tried just selling drugs? That would really add some spice to your life.
Again, I thought about it, just like growing corn, just like growing big pumpkin. I'm like, what if I just sold drugs? Yeah, I don't know. I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, really, how hard could it be?
You have to drive to a lot of different like mailbox. I don't know how it works. I don't know.
No, just have Steven sell them for you.
True.
Just have Steven, because
in his school.
No. Yeah, well, to the kids, but also just what are they gonna do? Someone's gonna come break into his apartment in this complex filled with old ladies. No one could do that. They would feel terrible. They'd be like,
I'm just bad about it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drug dealers and robbers never hurt old people ever. They never just beat the fuck out of old people in the street for no reason. When you
have been tweaking and you are withdrawing for 48 straight hours and you have not slept, there is nothing that would make you feel worse than killing an old lady who can't hear you or do anything about it. And she also can't scream; she's mute.
No one would ever suspect. Yeah, Steven would be the perfect drug dealer. Yeah, I'll get right on that.
You have him flip a few bricks, flip a few birds for you.
Yeah, if he doesn't do them first,
just deduct that from his pay. He's like, hey,
you're paying for that.
Where my money?
We pay for. He hasn't paid me for the camping. He's never.
Really?
Never pay. No, him and neither of them have paid. They're never going to pay me.
David intends to. Did you have his information? He asked about it.
I mean,
here.
He would need maybe just like my email address on Venmo. No, don't message him.
I'm gonna message him.
It's because that he's gonna know that I'm talking about it. Then he's gonna know I'm complaining about.
I don't think he'll care. I think he'll be like, oh shit.
That's fine. I can sink $110 for my friends. Whatever. I don't care. You guys don't have to pay me for anything. You did. It's fine.
Thanks, Dad. Thanks. Wow, this is great.
Hey, anytime.
We're having so much fun. We're having so much fun in the woods.
Yeah. It's so much fun being the only one who's not broke in my friend group. Oh boy.
Let's talk about Dungeon no Naka no Hito.
This title is, man, Dungeon People. I thought this was going to be sort of a more like mutant, incest cannibal type of show, but no, it's a manga adaptation by OLM. The first thing you notice, obviously, the character design. It's super good. How did they even get characters this good? Did they sign a deal with the devil to make him
That's
make him so drawn nice.
The detail level is just off the fucking
Just too much detail,
dude.
guys. Ease up. Don't work too hard. You guys
Yeah,
go home at night
yeah.
drawing all these characters.
Yeah, imagine crashing on the floor after whipping up this bad boy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Showering in the
cooking up-
office sink after drawing this.
Yeah, spending 17 hours straight being like, what color do I make her hair?
Yeah.
How
How about navy blue? Just like everything
what
else.
color
on
do I
it.
make her eyes?
Yeah. Yeah, at least it's a gradient. There's some colors in there. Yeah, this is dungeon stuff. This character, is this a girl? I think this is a girl. She
It
fights
is a
some
girl.
orcs or goblins or whatever. She just kind of floats through the air. The fight choreography is quite bad, and above all, it's you know, I didn't use the word. Maybe I did, but I tried not to use the word boring for the rest of the shows because this is truly boring. This is like, holy fuck. How the fuck is this a show? This is so boring. It's crazy.
We in the notes here, I wrote like fucking 19 minutes of internal monologue. It is
Yeah, it's just thinking
her
about
talking
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no. It takes her after her initial conversation with her dad, where she's getting the shit kicked out of her. It is like a full 16 minutes of screen time before she talks to another person. It's awful.
Mhm.
It's like it's so exposity and boring and devoid of intrigue. It's terrible.
Yeah. And that's it. I mean, it's just really just
Garbage.
No.
Garbage. Yeah, that, like
Jones'
1.5
old friend.
times speed, not even fast enough. Not even fast enough to make this palatable.
yeah, really.
Can't even. Rough, buddy.
That's rough. I'm gonna go get a beer.
All right, I'm going to
You're
talk
on
about
your own.
the Last Emperor while you're
Great.
getting a beer. Last Emperor, Bertolucci, shot by Vittorio Storaro, looks fucking amazing. Unfortunately, it's a movie in English by an Italian director directing non-native English speakers who don't necessarily have a great grasp of how to deliver lines in the language. So the dialogue is really stilted. Peter O'Toole, when he's in the movie, is he's Peter O'Toole, one of the best actors ever. So all of his scenes are great. He's got the most fleshed out character in the movie because he's a really competent, capable actor. Immaculate production, like perfect. They actually got to shoot in the Forbidden City for the movie. They got permission from the Chinese government to shoot there. So it's all on real locations. It's just a shame that nobody can speak English good, like me.
Are they speaking English in the movie?
The movie is an Italian director directing Chinese non-native English speakers to speak in English.
Oh my god.
And it probably wouldn't be as bad if they didn't also have Peter O'Toole in about an hour of the movie, where Peter O'Toole is just perfect. He understands every bit of subtlety in every line of dialogue. Nobody could capture the screen like him. It's like, it's Lawrence of Arabia. It's Lawrence of Arabia on the movie, and he's the best.
God,
and then
he
leaves.
must be pretty old in that.
He is, and he leaves the movie, and then you don't get anybody who could speak English good like me for the rest of the movie, unfortunately.
Mhm.
It's still really good. It's just you're not going to be really torn. Your heartstrings will not be pulled upon by the performances of the movie. You're really going to be more conceptual.
I see. So, yes.
Yeah, a little bit of a bummer. Still liked it though. Okay, Kono Sekai wa Fukanzen Sugiru. Yes.
Yes. So, I was gonna say, why did I think that movie was Spielberg? I'm thinking of Empire of the Sun.
Yes, okay. Which I came out the same year, and I was almost thinking about watching that last night, and I did not.
Oh yeah. This one, Quality Assurance in Another World. Again, I just can't believe it. The concepts, the premises. I'm gonna try to go to one of those float concerts in 2 weeks. Nice. Yeah. I don't have. I should try to convince Steven to go. When are they going to be in Toronto?
It's in the end of August, I think. Hold on.
He'll take any excuse to go anywhere besides being
That's
home.
true. Yeah. Although I don't know how much longer his license is going to
Oh
be
shit!
suspended. Although I can drive.
The one in Toronto is on the 9th, so that would be
Is that like in
this coming
6
Friday.
days or something?
This coming
Yeah.
Friday, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, you know,
That's probably actually when you want to get
that's
Steve.
doable. Like, yeah, I mean, you could just drive to Canada. Like, do you need a special license? I just have like my regular license.
Do you have a passport?
No.
Oh, I think you
might not
need
be able
an enhanced license.
Fuck, it's gonna be a year before I can get that thing. They're not doing Buffalo.
You keep talking about this. I'll look up how we can get you. They're doing Detroit. If you want to go to Detroit.
Oh man, that's a great reason to go to Detroit.
Here, you can go to Washington D.C.
Should I go to?
They're playing. Go ahead.
Should I go to Anime NYC in like 3 weeks?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, let's try and take Steven.
Oh yeah, I'm going to be spending 2 to 3 weeks with my cousin and his wife in Hokkaido next February. Very cool. Nice. That'll be sweet. When does Bandai Namco become Namco Bandai again? When are they going to switch it back?
Wait, what? Switch it back? Why would they switch it back?
It was Namco Bandai for a while, and then they switched it.
No, it was Namco Bandai in America. It was always Bandai Namco in Japan.
Oh, I thought they flip-flopped. Or they did flip-flop.
They flipped it. They flipped it in the West to what it is. You know, they just normalized it everywhere. Because originally they were like, okay, Namco Bandai. Wait, what the fuck was it over here? Namco Bandai rolls off the tongue better, like over here in English, and they were like, whatever, we'll just have them all be the same. So I think they're all just the same now. Now it's just Bandai Namco.
Not quite a Square Enix scenario where adding those two words together becomes so fucking sick. Square Enix is like Enix. It was SquareSoft and then Enix. Hold on.
Yeah, what was it?
But Namco Bandai, that sounded good as fuck. That really did roll off the tongue.
Yeah, they're both
Merger
fine.
between
I don't really have a preference.
Enix Corporation. That's actually kind of hard.
That sounds a little Deus Exy, yeah. Anyways, yes. So yes, this show, Manga 100 Studio and Studio Palette. I didn't look up what they've done before, but I don't know if I've heard of those. This is another agrarian society. The Japanese, they yearn for the rice fields, for the farms. I don't think there's any sort of cultural phenomenon where people want to farm a lot, but they sure like setting their stories there. Although this one has more of a Native American, well, I guess, Ainu, feel. Everyone's wearing like stuff with tassels. And then these giant toad guys show up, and I like the giant toads. They look silly. They're not CG. I like that. And our main character is this girl, and she meets this mysterious bushman. It's a mysterious man shows up in town story. The girl's name is Nicola, and the guy is Haga. And I was just gonna praise the monster design more because this giant vagina dentata thing shows up in town, but then it does the Ramiel scream, and it shoots beams like Ramiel, and it's just Ramiel. And I was like, oh man, you guys. I was just about to give you a compliment, and then you just made Ramiel again. But he fights it. He shoots a bunch of arrows into it and explodes it, and then everyone dies anyways. And he says it happens. There was one moment that was actually like kind of sad, and I was like, oh, that's actually sad that everyone just like burns to death no matter what he does. Like somehow he's been through it before, and then it's immediately undermined by the silly premise, which I had forgotten about up until this point, where he describes how he is a debugger of a game, and he's looking for bugs in the game. And
it's one of those shows where it's impossible to care about the characters because they're not real.
But then they're going to turn out to be real, because then she shows back up, and he's like, "What?" So and then the ED plays, and I kind of liked it. It was okay. The show is like it's kind of inoffensive. I wouldn't call it good. Yeah, I don't know.
Hated that they're bug testing in this like alien lab. It's like they're in like the Nostromo from Alien, going into these
Is it just,
hyperbolic
like,
chambers to go into the video game. Yeah, like just dumbass VR video game bullshit.
Mhm.
The kids watch. My kid's watching. He's watching PewDiePie play Star Wars on his Nintendo Switch,
What year
and I
is
hate
it?
that. I hate watching my son play Nintendo Switch when he could be playing baseball. But he told me he didn't want to play baseball because PewDiePie doesn't play baseball, and he wants to be like Mr. Beast Feastables. He wants to be a Mr. Beast Feastable for Halloween. He wants to be. I had to make him.
Oh, my son wants to be a fucking pronoun for Halloween. What the fuck, dude?
My son says that he identifies as a wavy fudge bar feastable.
Oh, my son identifies as a goddamn participation trophy. I need to listen to the new Eminem album again. What the fuck? I can't deal with this fucking shit.
My son just got groomed by Mr. Beast. Now,
I mean, if everyone to get groomed by, I mean, that's, you know, at
my
least
son's getting
get a
fucked
nice
by
settlement.
Mr. Beast.
Yeah.
My son's getting banged out by the entire Mr. Beast team in the next room over. And I'm stuck here watching this Japanimation.
We put 100 decks into this 5-year-old. Now let's see what happens.
If you can last 5 minutes without crying, you'll win $20 million.
That's fucked up.
Ooh, 4 minutes and 45 seconds. I am so sorry. You did not make it.
We told you what the challenge was, but we didn't tell you how big the dicks are gonna be.
He should become very calm. He should adopt a calm person. He should go to India.
He should
transcendental meditation.
he should go on an ayahuasca trip and yeah, just get like completely psychotic and insane.
Yeah,
he should go on the dark web and just make Videodrome for real. He should spend $100 million and make Videodrome.
He really should take a heroic dose of LSD. Like, he should do like 1,500 mics of LSD just to see, you know.
Do you remember? Oh fuck, who was it? Pro Jared. There was this streamer. It's like these streamers, you know, they're like huge. They come and go. Like, no one talks about Ninja anymore. But
right.
I can't remember if it was Pro Jared.
Here, you find this. Oh, God, sorry, go on.
I can't remember which one it was, but like he like disappeared for a while. He wasn't doing anything for years, and then he put out a music video that was a parody / rendition of "I'm Blue Dabadi," you know.
Yeah,
but it was an AI generated video, so it was like horrendous and like so ugly that it was like scary. Like it was like really uncomfortable to look at, and the lyrics were all about like you know, it was just "I'm blue," but like he would talk about lights in the sky, and it was clear he was clearly having like an actual psychotic break, and he was like he had developed schizophrenia in some way because he thought that, remember how people thought that like that the fires in Hawaii were like deliberate, like that wildfire.
Yeah.
So he thought that like that or maybe more than one, maybe other people thought this, I don't know, but he had gotten the idea that the houses with the blue roofs, you know, were marked for the laser to target. So he was making this song about, and it was just like it was like very sad and depressing, and it was like horrifying to look at. So I forget what brought me to this topic.
We're talking about people who are extremely successful online having like mind breaks.
This
like,
happens.
just like,
yeah, this happens more. Like there was also this like not bodybuilder, but he was like this like workout. He was like this very like fit guy, and he would make these videos. His name was like Con or something. He would make these videos. There's like a name for the genre where he would like walk around like a public. Connor Murphy. Damn, you got that immediately. Yeah, Connor Murphy. He claimed like he would do these videos where he would like walk around like some party like Mardi Gras or whatever, and he would be like asking girls what their favorite sex is or whatever, and he'd be like shirtless, like, and he'd be like interviewing hot girls, like whatever.
Yeah.
It was like trash. And then he did ayahuasca. He claimed he did ayahuasca every day for a month, and he started making these videos that, I mean, it was like truly like sad, but it was like it was like anti-art, where like just looking at it made you feel like you were like about to like descend into like serious darkness, because it was like so hideous and like gross to look at. And he was just nuts for like years. And he would upload like hours-long videos of himself rambling. So it happens a lot. That's happened to like more than one like fit like YouTube guy, I think.
Can I do a predicted market for? I think it's time to maybe start placing some bets against Mr. Beast. I know it's kind of like
well, I mean, you're a little late on that, because he's been taking a beating the last month or so.
Yeah, but this is gonna wash off him. I don't think any of this is sticking.
Oh, you're going long, but you're going long on the short. you're long-term short on Mr. Beast.
Yeah, no, I'm very bearish on him. I like because, but this is not what's gonna do it. I think there's gonna be something, but we're not. It's like, okay, he's a dick to work with,
but he's not even like that was like there was an employee who's like clearly an insane person who is like, you know, like, yeah, everything is a fraud, like it's all fake, you know, but he's just like a you know, a disgruntled ex-employee.
I think there's gonna be something. But it's not yet.
And people really want people are trying to make it happen. So you think
I don't get that. I don't get that. I don't get the oh, you're saying like people are trying to make it happen as in people are trying to take him down?
Oh yeah.
I don't get necessarily like the hatred for him. I think that his stuff's really just basically like just reality TV.
Yeah, well, people are upset that he's just like a normal guy. Like that he's like not, you know, people are just mad that he's not, you know, interesting in a way that they can like grasp their minds onto. So they just have to make up narratives where he's either fake or evil or, you know, weird in some way, that he's obviously just like insanely like intense about one specific thing, and he's thrown his life away for it, which is just making videos, and it's just like all he cares about because he's like autistic.
Yeah, I think that there's gonna be something. It's not. Yeah, people are gonna clip this in a few years, but I'm so right.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Where there's gonna be something. It's not going to be sexual.
Oh no, that guy is horny for content. He doesn't fuck people.
It's going to be really sudden, and it's going to be immediate. It's not going to be like this, because this is clearly not enough to stop the real momentum. Because people who are watching his videos don't care about any of this. This is nothing. Mm-hmm. I bet most people who watch his videos don't even know this is happening. You know, sudden, immediate. He might just die. He could just die.
That could happen. If it's not an ex-girlfriend, like what else is taking people out even?
I know, but I think this is going to be a thing where it's like clearly this is actually something he did. Like this is going to be like verifiable. He's cooked. Like not even like an allegation is enough to take him down. We're talking like demonstrable something happens or he dies, one or the other. But or I'm gonna set a time frame of 2 years. Let's say 2 years we got here.
Yeah, I don't think, you know, I just don't think he is doing anything, you know, like bad. Like, but I could definitely see someone assassinating him.
Seeing him be assassinated, or something changes in his mind and he goes on like a fucking, like maybe he decides to experiment with drugs once and he's one of those motherfuckers that just loses his shit. Like he can't handle it at all. It has like a schizo break.
Oh, a mic's hard. I guess I'll try one.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, he's probably like full straight edge. He seems like
not even deliberately. Like he's just never thought about it. Like not even once.
Yeah.
He's just been.
Yeah. He's high on life.
Yeah.
I know nothing about this guy at all, but just looking at his face, you know, you just look at his face long enough and you start to see his soul. and you can see what's going on back there. And it's like something's brewing. Something's brewing.
Have a good sleep, Happy D.
Yes.
Godspeed.
You fill this air while I go pee. Goodbye,
no,
Happy
now
D.
it's my turn. Yeah, the only thing I know about Mr. Beast, from the clips I've seen in interviews, like, yeah, he really only cares about content, and that's all he's ever cared about. They try to take him down. They try to take him down from that weird ex-employee. They try to take him down because he's joking about. Well, I mean, he's not even joking about. He's playing off of jokes people are sending him in his chat in a live stream he did years ago. So that's not really. That didn't seem to stick either. Yeah. I don't know. He could start like. He could start making like spaceships and stuff, and then maybe one of them will explode and kill a lot of people. People will get mad at that. He should form his own micronation. He should take over an African country that's not doing too well, and he should just hire like 100 guys, one of them being me, obviously, and just take over kind of a failed state. Like, you got Somalia, you got I don't know, how's Mozambique doing? Lesotho's probably all right. Probably doing okay. I mean, you could definitely get Zimbabwe, but we know how that goes. I don't know. People might. That one has the thing about taking over. Never mind.
Okay. All right. I got it. Calling the shot.
Oh, you figured
I
it
gotta
out?
figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's air travel related. He's either gonna get a big boppered, or he's gonna get Kobe Bryanted. It's either gonna be
What is Big Bopper?
the big bopper. He went down in an airplane. It was the Big Bopper was like an early rock and roll musician from the 50s.
I didn't even. Yes, I remember him. I don't remember his name though.
Big Bopper, Giles Perry Richardson.
Oh, I thought it was a black guy. Oh, there was another like musician from the 50s who was like a black guy who died in a plane crash. I don't know if it was the Big Bopper.
But Buddy Holly and Richie Valens went down in the same plane with him. They all went down.
Oh.
Yeah, they all died in the same
Those are
plane
also
crash.
white guys. Okay, but that's the day the music died, isn't it?
Right. Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Duh, that's the famous.
Yeah, either going down on a plane or helicopter, one or the other. I don't want this to happen.
He does
but
fly in a lot of planes, yeah.
I think it's just gonna. Unfortunately.
I mean, every celebrity is gonna die in a plane crash. That's air travel's not getting any safer. My YouTube Shorts algorithm, I guess, decided that I really want to listen to a lot of cockpit audio of airline disasters before they happen.
Oh God.
Which is just like it's just like,
No,
like come on, man. This is like
you can fix this. You have the ability to stop this.
Do I? I mean, like I like there are channels that it keeps giving me that I have never once watched one of the videos. Like there's this fucking guy, like he just annoys me. He's like LARPing. He has like he's LARPing as like an Irish, like a 19th century like Irish woodworker, and he's like, oh, let me show you how to, and I just always skip. Never have gone more than 2 seconds in one of these videos. It still gives me them every single fucking day.
Yeah.
It gives me one. So I mean, it's just like, yeah, I'm stuck in fucking like in crunchy ass audio of like guys talking very calmly to ATC about how they've lost hydraulic control on all their flaps. It's a lot of the times they do make it out of it. So not all of them end in.
Well, they have so many
disaster.
redundancies. They got so many different backups and fallbacks and shit on planes.
Yeah, it's
Not the one that he's on though. The one that he's on, that shit's going
Mr.
right
Beast
down.
don't have none.
Yeah, he's definitely. I'm gonna call it. I think it's over a large body of water, and that leaves mystery open, where it's a mystery as to whether or not he set this up so that he could escape from the public eye forever. And then there's gonna be a lot of conspiracies that like, oh, Mr. Beast is still alive. Like he escaped to South America, not to escape allegations, but to escape the limelight. And then there will be people like posting like, "Holy shit, I saw this guy in South America," and it'll be like an Argentinian guy that looks vaguely like him.
Yeah, well,
And
yeah, it'll be one of those guys in in that Confederate town in southern Brazil.
Right. Yeah. It's. Yeah. I think we're looking at mysterious circumstance. Plane goes down over maybe the Gulf, perhaps. Yeah, it's gonna be the Gulf. It's gonna be the Gulf of Mexico.
All right, it's been called.
Yeah.
The die has
sorry.
been cast.
Their fate is set.
Yeah.
Do we feel like we need to talk more about what is it? What this is
Quality assurance? No.
Okay.
Unless you had anything to say.
I'll stow my dissertation for now. I won't
Great.
give you the full rundown exactly. The
Okay.
nuances.
Madougushi Dahlia wa Utsumukanai. Dahlia in bloom. Why are you laughing about that? Wait, I like this one. Why are you laughing about this one?
It's like that it's got Gushi in the title.
Come on.
This is
absurd.
Enough alcohol for this. I don't have enough alcohol for this episode. I had like 2 drinks during this. I'm slap happy from not being drunk.
Yeah, you're being silly from not being drunk enough. I bought liquor and beer for this.
Oh fuck! I wish that was me.
I know. Light novel, Typhoon graphics and Imagica infos. If you look at like,
oh no, everything's funny right now. I'm sorry.
Oh no, he's got the giggles. This has a lot of spin-offs. If you look at the list of like light novels and manga, I don't know why there's so fucking many different adaptations of a light novel that started in like 2018. But it's the isekai aspect of this is very brief and out of the way. I mean, why do they even include it? It's another died suddenly at their desk job, right? And then we just immediately, it's never brought up. It's never relevant ever, at least in this first episode.
It only creates questions and confusion.
Strange, yeah.
Because does she remember her life in the other world?
Yeah.
If she's just reincarnated, then why do we need to?
Great question.
Because is she a full-grown adult who's being raised by this man and talking to this man?
She acts like a kid.
Yeah,
so I don't
this
think
is
so.
Off-putting.
Yeah, more true reincarnation. On the reincarnation scale, it's pretty. The show looks nice. I think I love the character design. I will add the caveat that they might have gone a bit heavy on the post effects. There's a lot of like blur and weird stuff. A lot of like bloom and focus effects. Went a bit heavy on it. But it's about this cute red-haired girl. She lives in this world with her dad, and there's the thing in this world is there's magic devices. There's also magic, but what's really gets people going is the magical devices, where it's an object but it does stuff. And she's a very precocious child, and in the first episode she decides to invent a hair dryer. And
no one has thought of this. No one has thought of making a hair dryer in a world where we have refrigerators.
It's escapism. No, it's a world of infinite possibility.
Except for the possibilities that have already been realized,
yes.
Like a refrigerator.
Maybe they just discovered magic like 10 years ago. I don't know.
God damn.
Maybe the population is really small.
This magic system is so stupid because it's just like the least magical thing you can do, which is make mundane, everyday, fucking utilities.
Yes,
basically.
What if you could invent appliances? But it has been a long time since we have had a good father-daughter relationship, and this is great. This, she's just her dad's helping her out. Her dad is like. Actually, like he feels like a dad, like he's competent and he helps her and protects her from stuff. She almost burns down the house at one point, trying out her hairdryer. It's nice, it's wholesome, and there's some weird choices. At one point, they're having a conversation, and it inexplicably just decides to midway through this like shot reverse shot, it decides to cut to their shoes for the shot reverse shot. Like
What
the
the
shoes are
f-
having a
that?
conversation. Yeah, I know you noticed that. That was an odd choice. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of shots of her. She's wearing very cute shoes. You know, I'm not going to attribute any. I'm not going to accuse. I'm not going to make any speculation as to the status of the director and his feelings on feet or little girl feet. You know, maybe that was just a sort of stylistic thing he was going for.
You guys
But
just drew these shoes.
I liked it.
No, what the fuck?
She's
Why
got
do we have
cute.
these
Those are
insert
cute
shots?
shoes. They
Why do we
have
have
little
these insert
straps.
shots? Why do we have insert shots of these shoes? Who did this? Like somebody sabotaged the show. Like they're like I'm just gonna fucking.
I'm gonna put shots of just shoes in the
Just
show.
straight shoes.
Now no one will watch it.
Twisted. So yeah, we get a good father-daughter dynamic, and this lines up perfectly because this is something I was going to talk about earlier, which is just how low. This is a dad who's going above and beyond. You know, he clearly is a very good dad, but how low is the bar to be a dad of a daughter? Like being a good dad to a daughter.
I don't know. I feel like there's some.
So low.
I mean, it's really sort of, I think it's like the inverse of having a boy, because boys are toughest like toddler age, right? Which is close to what this is. But then teenage boys, pretty easy relatively. It's when she
Right.
hits the tweens where it becomes that becomes a hard job for the dad.
But like the first like 10 years, it's like you just like learn to braid hair. You know, it's like learn to braid hair. Take her places. You know, like do
Yes.
her nails.
Yes, prepubescent daughter, dad sounds like the best. That sounds awesome. That's the best part.
That's like you looked at like a super dad because you let her do dress
She
up.
literally doesn't know she has a vagina. Like it's the best thing. It's the funnest. Like that's the best. You're never gonna get happier than that.
like you play tea. You do tea with your fucking daughter, and then you're like,
God.
oh my god, father of the year.
Don't do this to me.
He's
Don't talk about playing tea time with your daughter.
You should see how good Declan is with the girls. You should see. He will sit there for 15 minutes at a time and do tea.
3 times as long as a child's attention span.
He will watch her draw while he's drinking a beer. And
I slip whiskey out of my not thermos, out of my flask into the teacup.
Yeah, it's like
Ooh,
not
it's
like
fun,
you have to,
Daddy.
it's not like you have to like go take them to Little League or something. It's literally just like watch them do macaroni art, and you are the father of the year. It's fucking hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is actually a very sad reason that it's even came to me. But like the guy who was killed during the assassination attempt on Trump, like
Right.
when they were describing him, they're like yeah, he was a firefighter, a community leader, and a girl dad. And it's like what? Because like what does that mean? Yeah, like literally he just hangs out with this. He is a parent.
He has
to
a
his
daughter. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, and it's like that's like notable. I'm sure he had a lot of other stuff going on in his life outside of that, but like not to diminish him being a good dad, but like that's enough. Like being present for your daughter is enough to get you that status as a girl dad.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You just gotta give him a lot of shit, and they'll turn out fine. Just tease them.
So anyway, this guy's a girl dad.
This is a girl dad, yeah. I guess. I've just learned that term, but yes, I believe this is a girl dad. And yeah, it's not even that bad. She's got a friend. Did I mention she's cute? I don't know.
Yeah, just I found the magical system to be so
Sure.
perplexing that I couldn't get invested.
Yes, the premise. But then, we go from the flashback where she's a kid to like present day, and then the dad just walks in like he's still alive. He's still like the same dude. It's like, this is just gonna be a nice, chill Like they cheers together, they complete an invention, and then they fucking toast. Oh, god damn it!
That could be you, dude.
I fucking need to come in someone, please.
You just go to a church for a year. Like literally, just go to a church for a year, and you will get married. It is
by myself. You
is
can't be a 30-year-old man going to church by yourself. I don't know.
Sure you can. Sure you can. Just lie about being sober now. just go.
You're allowed to drink. You just can't get drunk. I'll lie.
No. Just be like I'm changing my ways.
No, you can't. No, because when you say you're sober, that means you had a problem at some point. You just have to be like,
no, but that gives you sympathy, and then that makes people be like, oh my god, like this is a wounded soul coming to our flock. We have to welcome him with open arms and open the legs of our daughters for this man who owns property.
Yeah.
Imagine the dowry.
Yeah.
Just like if absolute worst case scenario, like let's say you just get to like, I don't know, 36. Yeah, just go for it. Just like throw in with like one of the easiest religions, and you can make that shit work.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah, go on J-date. Just lie about being Jewish. Just like
I might not have to lie. I still haven't checked. I mean, I feel is there a DNA service that has like a clause where they don't store your shit? They don't give.
I don't think it would make any money. Yeah, I think there's.
I would pay more money. Like I would be willing to pay a maybe a higher premium.
No, I think you could just lie about also. Every good relationship is bound on a foundation of lies.
I could pass for Jewish, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen what they look like in Israel. They look like you.
They do kind of look like me. Yeah.
Yeah. When you had that tan going.
I've been 100%. Outside. Yeah, leasing them out. I'm pretty.
You could have slid into a birthright trip, no problem.
Got a decent schnoz. I got a oblong face.
Yeah. You're a proper mensch.
Yeah. I'm a Khazar. All right. So that's that show.
Yeah.
Cute girl out of 10. Mob Kata Hajimaru Tansaku Eiyuutan, a nobody's way up to an exploration hero. Light novel Gyaku. It's about a guy. He's in a cave. He fights slimes. He's been fighting slimes. His whole life is fighting slimes. This is the part where I put it to 1.5 times speed. He finds a gold suraimu.
What you could do is you could hit increase rate again. You can go to 2 times, and that's when things get real good.
I really probably should have 2 times this one.
This is a 2-timer right here.
This is I really got to hone my ability to tell what really deserves the 2x. He finds a card or collectible that's worth 1 billion yen. And one funny thing about this is that it's not even an isekai. He's just in Japan, but there's just monsters now. They showed up, and now everyone's just dungeon quests. So instead of selling it to become a 100 millionaire and becoming like unimaginably wealthy and being able to do anything, he uses the card or whatever it is, and he summons a giant titty lady who then becomes a lolly. Woo! A Kanahanazawa lolly, who's like in this armor. She's a weird design, but she's it's a what if a lolly showed up and was hungry all the time, which is again that's a genre. We come across those all the time. Lolly shows up and is hungry, and you have to take care of her. Index, that one show that I forgot the name of. And in the ED, we learned that there's actually going to be 2 of them at some point. In short, great show. I approve.
The only thing that I noted about this entire show was, this guy has the loosest relationship with his friends.
Like, like 2 2 extras show up and are like, "Hey," and he's like, "Hey."
So you've been in the dungeon for 2 years, huh?
Yeah.
And then he sees them on the way to school the next day, as if like they wouldn't be just talking about what they're doing all the time if they were on the same fucking route to school.
Yeah, no.
And then the other thing that I noticed was they're in the classroom and they're talking about how humankind. Jesus, look at this. They're talking about how humankind came about 5 million years ago,
That's
which
not
is extremely
accurate.
untrue.
That's not true.
Extremely untrue. If you want to be
I
really
mean-
really generous, you can go like 50,000, 75,000.
Well, there, you know, the what was it, Lucy or whatever. There's been, what do they call them?
Pre-hominid, fucking like we got.
Yeah, I mean the great, ape, whatever, the family. I think the oldest is 10 million actually, in like China.
But humans, as we know them.
Oh yeah, humanity, not
50,000,
not-
50,000, maybe
No, it's like
25. Really?
maybe 200,000, something like Maybe
Yeah, but like,
of course,
but
that's
I would-
that's excluding the pre-ancient, civilizations with advanced technology, Atlantis, Hyperborea, etc.
yeah. But before India blew
The Great
themselves
Fall.
up with a nuke.
Yeah, the Korean Hyper War, whatever it's called.
Yo, that sounds so insane. But watching a show about that, it's called MASH, and
Oh
it was
damn!
pretty-
You talking about MASH? I gotta pee real quick.
Let me talk about MASH. I am reaching the point in MASH where most people say that the show loses its steam. I'm going to just talk about MASH as if everybody knows all of the characters. I am a BJ Honeycutt Colonel Potter guy. I am a Winchester guy. I'm not a Frank Burns guy. I think the ideal cast comes once Major Winchester joins the cast. Radar leaving kind of takes a little bit of steam out of the show, but I think the Klinger gets some of his best episodes after they lose Radar. But yeah, I can kind of feel like it's starting to lose original ideas. I might just skip. I'm gonna probably finish season 10. And then I might watch a couple episodes of 11, or I might just jump to the finale and move on and watch a different show. There's a few things. I might watch Ghost in the Shell. But the thing is with MASH is that it's so easy to watch and it's in English, and I could just really tune out, and I could watch like 2-3 episodes a night easily, and go to bed. I wonder if I could do that with Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. Maybe. There was another thing that I was thinking about. Oh, Turn A Gundam. I want to watch Turn A Gundam. Just got to get back into the habit of watching anime for pleasure rather than just watching it for the podcast. Like, not that I don't enjoy watching it for the podcast, but like just kind of watching stuff that we wouldn't cover on the show, really. Something that's a little bit longer, But yeah,
Damn, that's so cool.
Yeah, but
Wow.
yeah, we're going to watch the finale of MASH. Again,
Wow,
for the
wow,
first time in like 15 years. Okay, last one. Here we go.
It's time for the last one. Nige Jouzu
Whoa.
no Wakagimi. What?
Nothing. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
The Elusive Samurai. I had been seeing many screenshots. I've been dodging artwork of this show on Twitter, let's say, for weeks at this point. So I knew it was coming here. I was like, oh no. This is a manga by the Assassination Classroom guy. Weirdly enough, it's like a historical manga. Yeah, Cloverworks. Man, they made this. They made this shit so high budget? Why did they have to make this show so high budget? They
really did do it like this.
They play that this opening. The opening looks so fucking good. Oh my god,
Yeah.
why? And then there's this crazy intro that's like all CG. It's like, what are we, UFO table now? But it's about this thing, Tokiyuki-sama, real guy, by the way. It's all, I mean, not all. It's not like it all really happened, but this was a real guy whose whole clan got killed, and then I read up on him. Like he was good at running. He was always like running away. He was always like, fleeing and hiding and stuff. But yes, it's Tokiyuki-sama is this. What would you call this attitude? It's like aristocratic, like easygoingness, You know, it's like Prince, who is always in a hammock and is always avoiding, you know, his training and whatever.
Just being like a sort of lighthearted stinker. Just being like you're playing around.
Yes.
You're in this, not like a gilded prison, but you're in like an environment where nothing could really threaten you at all. So you spend a lot of your days just entertaining yourself, sometimes at the expense of the people like your retainers and stuff. This has a lot of weird overlap with the Last Emperor. This is like,
Oh yeah.
this is the Last Emperor's got the components of this as well. Of like, obviously, in the Last Emperor, it's presented as being a dramatic sort of like he's tortured by the fact that he's being trapped inside of this city, and he can't leave and he can't experience any outside world. Not really the case here. This is a much more lighthearted take on that sort of idea, obviously. But yeah, he's just a bit of a stinker. He's just like a playful guy who wants to, you know, run around and have people chase. It's like you could turn your whole life into a game of tag, basically.
Yeah. He's very very aloof. He values, you know, just sort of being, you know, leisurely, as opposed to, you know, training and studying hard or whatever. And he's even voiced by a girl. Man, fuck this. Why did you have to do this? Why? You know? But he does do a lot of running from people. So mission accomplished, you know, as advertised.
It looks really good when he be running too.
Everything looks good. This show looks fucking. Oh, not just the animation. The colors are amazing. It looks so fucking good. It's the best looking show of the season by far, I think.
Yeah, it's like at last we got something that's like really visually stimulating and gripping, and like you. my cat just stepped on my computer and skipped back to the beginning of the stream when you had the big mouth monster. And it's like the juxtaposition of that versus this. It's just a feast for the eyes.
So he's chilling. He's visited by this like magic man. I don't know if he's actually magic. I don't know. But then everyone starts dying. I was a little confused. A lot of these older guys look the same. I can't tell them apart. But everyone's dead. I think the tone was a little lighthearted. I think for what was happening here, they kept making jokes, even though his whole family and clan had just been brutally murdered, and he was essentially alone and had to go into exile.
Problem in these kinds of this kind of story is people get over horrible violence really fucking fast.
I mean, you know,
like, even like Star Wars.
Well, yeah, I think, you know, people back then probably did get over it probably a little bit faster than we would, but still, it's like, okay, the tone here is a little too lighthearted. Like they could go a little bit harder. And then, you know, he this weird guy that he meets, you know, takes him away to escape, and there's towards the end we get one sort of big action scene that looks again fucking incredible. And just make him a girl, god damn it. You already drew him as a girl. Like it's an alternate history like retelling, right? Like you could have just made him a girl. This is the one thing they didn't take a historical figure and make him into a fucking girl. Come on, man. Or just draw him like a dude and make him voiced by a dude. Why'd you do this to me? Why did you have to do this?
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. What was I thinking about? You know, I think that the character would have been a little bit less lighthearted if he saw that guy get turned into the cubes.
Yeah.
There's a dude gets fucking.
He does see a lot of dead people,
like in Resident Evil, like in the Resident Evil movie from 2001 or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
There's a lot of actually very graphic violence in this, and kind of an interesting juxtaposition. You see what the show's going to be by the end. I'm glad that we don't have to spend a whole lot of time with him in Kamakura in this life. You know, like I want to see him on the road. I want to recruit more characters. You know,
once you see him, the way that he fights, it kind of clicks. I think for me personally, like I like the idea of him being entirely evasive in his fighting, and the people don't know how to deal with somebody who isn't trying to fight back, and there's a lot of friendly fire and shit during that sequence where he's escaping from those soldiers. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, very fun action.
It looks fucking great.
Oh god damn, it looks so good. Is this another show where someone is like, we're trying to do our own Demon Slayer? Because you know,
yeah,
I think it's kind of like that. Again, it reminded me of UFO Table, so yeah, probably. But I feel like, was the last one that was trying to be Demon Slayer also Cloverworks? Maybe, I don't know.
Directed like all fucking hell. It's just got everything about it is interesting visually.
Yeah, it is gorgeous. I wish it was a girl.
Yep.
That is my thoughts.
Me looking at all of my boyfriends at sleepovers.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
There you go.
What was good here? What this was a rough stretch. No wonder it took me a week to watch all this shit.
The 2.5D one, that one had boobs. Gigi Harem, that girl had cute faces, you know.
Yeah.
The next two were bad. The next 3, 4.
This is a rough stretch. Honestly, this season's been fucking tough, man.
That was okay. Dahlia was okay. And
we haven't had
that was bad.
Home run. There's been no home runs so far. Nothing with, not a single show that I could say without any caveats I liked it a lot. I'd say the closest thing is this Elusive Samurai show. I enjoyed the Elusive Samurai show. I wish it was a little bit less I wish it was less confusing.
Yeah,
that might be me.
It kind of cuts between like different groups of people, and you're like, where is this?
I have no societal context for this too. Maybe this is some shit you would know if you went to high school in Japan. But this is like 14th century. This is so fucking long ago. I'd be surprised if they were learning about this in any granular detail. Yeah, I mean, when are we gonna get our show about Benedict Arnold and Ethan Allen?
Did Benedict Arnold do anything interesting in his life besides that one thing? Besides create that delicious sandwich?
All right, cut it. Let's go. Oh boy, I'm gonna bring more booze next time. I was not prepared. I was not. Yeah, wow. I forgot how hard it is to be funny when you don't think that every single thing you say is funny.
Or at least you think you're funny. Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Just
get out of here.
Girl. Yeah. Get out of here. Oh, look at that, man! Goddamn, they really went. Don't do that. Don't do this. Come on.
Is he getting off on fighting?
I don't know what the fuck this was about.
This is an 8-year-old.
I think is this pederasty? I think this guy's gonna fuck this kid.
I was wondering about, because we're in that period of Japan where I think the guys were fucking the little boys.
We're before 1900. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, they were really sucking and fucking on those little boys.
That's probably not even true.
There's that whole section in Shogun where Blackthorn has to get used to sucking and fucking little boys, and he's like, "It's disgusting. It's disgusting."
I hate that I have to do this.
I hate that I have to get sucked off by this little boy, and the little boy's like, "No, this is my karma. This is what I want. I need this."
Yes. I won't have enough chi. I won't be able to swing my sword if I do this. Yes.
You're disrupting the wa in the room right now because you won't fuck this little boy. It's really a buzzkill.
Mm-hmm.
Next time we will be watching good shows. I've been assured of this. I have been assured that
I 100% guarantee anyone that we'll be watching no less than 10 amazing shows.
Yeah,
next
no,
time.
these are all going to be fucking mind-blowing masterpieces.
Slam
There's not going to be a
dunk
dud in the
masterpiece
bunch.
guaranteed, okay? You have my word.
That's
as a
it.
man.
You got the gang stalking seal of approval.
Cha-ching. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. Yeah, take care.
I drank 30 Dr. Peppers for lunch, and my butt's like a rocket that's awaiting to launch. And if I keep drinking through the afternoon, I'll be peeing Dr. Pepper straight soaking these boots. So pepper me up, keep the river a-flowing. I drink that soda everywhere that I'm going. It's a harmless addiction that I need in my bones, even if I always got kidney stones. These so-called doctors all say I should kick it, but they don't know nothing, man. They can all kiss it. There's a pep in my step and a can in my hand. Only doctor I trust is the pepper man. And those 23 flavors are all a guy needs. That sweet Dr. Pepper brings a man to his knees. I'm thirsting and hurting for an ice cold can of the Lord's good nectar. I'm a Dr. Pepper man. Hearts go hiss like an ice cold can of that sweet Dr. Pepper. I'm a healthy man. I ain't never miss a single peppery drop. When I'm chugging it down, I'm like a country mop. And every single day I pass a kidney stone, but sweet Lord, I'm the king of that pepper throne. So just keep 'em coming, yeah, pepper me up, 'cause no matter what I've had, babe, it's never enough. These so-called doctors all say I should kick it, but they don't know nothing, man. They can all kiss it. There's a pep in my step and a can in my hand. Only doctor I trust is the pepper man. And those 23 flavors are all a guy needs. That sweet Dr. Pepper brings a man to his knees. I'm thirsting and hurting for an ice cold can of the Lord's good nectar. I'm a Dr. Pepper man. Oh, the Lord's good nectar. I'm a Dr. Pepper man. Yeah, the Lord